This video here is going to be going over how we have generated 118 leads for our company Apex Ascension over the last 10 days. As you can see here I am in our Email Bison platform. Just to show you that this is real, I'll refresh everything, show you that it's not a screenshot or anything. I wish I could show more of this campaign and actually go into the copy and whatnot, but I'm not trying to cannibalize myself or our company and what we're doing here. So I'm going to show as much as I can and tell as much as I can about like how we came up with this. What's the thought process? How is this carried out? Because I think that will be helpful in understanding how we scale campaigns and I guess the thought process of how to get there, because it takes a while. So to get into the offer, right, what we do at Apex, so this is all targeting healthcare founders. We're helping healthcare founders raise capital. It's a good offer to start with, 100%. Like, I'm not going to discredit that or say that, we came up with some crazy thing. Like, no, it's just an offer that's in demand, right? So the first thing is that this campaign is we have been running this for months and months and months and months and months. So when you see this and when you see people post these, crazy results and screenshots and all this stuff, like, you have to understand that that has come from likely iterations and changes and tweaks and testing. It's taken a while to get to that point. For us, right, this has taken us months and months and months to figure out what copy angles are working the absolute best and being able to run with that. So to kind of explain like how that works, like, what do I mean when I say like, hey, this is the copy angles that are working the best? So if you want to deal with my terrible writing that I'm about to do here, like when we are coming up with campaign ideas, right? Let's say we have angle 1, which is this right here, and we have angle 2, which is going to be this fella right here, right? When a campaign is finished, what we will do is it in whatever sequencer you use, whether it's Bison, whether it's Smart Lead, Instantly, doesn't matter. You're going to very obviously see which of these angles are performing better, right? So let's say from campaign 1 that we ran, which is this right here, right? Angle 1 outperformed angle 2. It got more responses in general. It got more positive responses. It led to more leads being generated. Perfect, right? For the next campaign that we run, we want to test the angle 1, which is what worked, against a different angle and see if we can do something to beat it. And because in this instance, we know that angle 1 beat angle 2, we're just going to wash angle 2, right? And then what you do in the next campaign that you're running is we're going to go back to angle 1 because we know that it worked. I can't print, but then we're going to come up with something new, right? We're going to come up with angle 3, okay? We're going to run this campaign here. Maybe in this campaign, after we run it for maybe a week, 2 weeks, angle 3 beats the doors off of angle 1. Perfect. Now we run with angle 3. And so you do this over and over and over again. And it's actually not that hard to be able to scale a campaign. And this is actually more of a focus than making any other changes with the copy. Like, the two biggest things to really, really scale campaigns like this is going to be that, which is like testing different angles and coming up with like clear defined winners. And then the other thing, it sounds stupid, but I swear it's true, is that, and you can kind of see in like the graph of our sending pattern here, is making sure that lists are full, right? So at our peak, like, we're sending about 3,500 emails a day, which is definitely a lot. And I totally understand that some markets aren't that big. Your TAM might not be that size. I totally get it. But the campaigns like this really slow down when you don't have data up front and ready to go to be plugged right into a campaign. So the bottleneck isn't becoming like, hey, how can we make this this angle better or this campaign better? Once you know what works, the bottleneck is, okay, how do we get emails scraped, verified, like personalization put in there, and then uploaded to our campaign so that we're not losing momentum, or there isn't days where, we're only sending down here where we're sending like 1,000 emails, right? And so that is when you're truly at scale, like this one kind of is. Like, we're doing, I can't do the math. Well, I guess it would be like what, 11.8 leads per day, which is pretty solid, right? The two biggest bottlenecks is data, and it's inbox management. So we've had to implement a lot of stuff with our inbox manager and making sure like, hey, you know, making sure he's getting to replies, making sure that people are followed up with, like, those two things when you're at scale like this really become the bottleneck. After you know what works, you figure out what works at first, and then it's data and it's inbox management. So I hope that helped show people that, like, hey, when you really are, or you really know what works, you can let campaigns completely rip. So our plan going forward for this is we have a bit more data sources. Should I go into our clay? I'm not going to, sorry. But we have a bit more data there, and we're trying to keep this as full as possible to be sending at max volume that we know that we can. Our deliverability has been pretty solid so far. Like, we're at 3.5%. That's fine. But yeah, that's how you generate 118 leads in 10 days. I hope that was helpful. If it was, drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe, whatever it is. And let me know if this made sense or was valuable to you. So thanks for checking this out, and we'll talk soon. Peace.